off your elbow. Well, that was good.
Gee, I didn't know we were going to have to buy tickets to go. Oh, I'm scared of yours. Yeah. $12 for theirs or $10 for me.
Well, here come some more tea party participants. They don't want to talk, I will.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, I want you to put your elbow
Whatever.
on a certain place. Stop a little bit. Here, she's taking your picture.
Tea for two and two for tea. Nobody wants to talk except for me.
Okay, then you can go over that way. Good morning.
Come on in. Whoops. Don't shout, you're too near the camera.
He's going all the way out.
Hi.
There she is. Oh, does she look darling? She is precious. She looks like she's ready for a tea party. Okay, there you go. Okay, everybody in the kitchen.
Okay, it's time for tea. Let's go to tea.
Oh, no, that's for the small kids. I'll show you later. That's for the small kids.
Hi, everybody.
Time for the party, go on in. I know the kids, I want to.
Well, she said they're little ones and these were holding back.
Do you say grace? Do you say some kind of, you don't? Well, we will. Okay. Does anyone, how about Alita, such a good, I'll have Kristen say it. Okay, Kristen prayer. When we say a prayer, everybody's father can't do a prayer. Go ahead. Say it loud. Real loud so she can hear you. Okay, well, we're happy to have you at our first annual tea party. This looks like very successful. If you will notice, we have beautiful flowers, fresh flowers from the garden, from the backyard garden. And all these fancy doilies that came from Mrs. Blackburn. She will be here later. She has to take her son out to go to work. And with that, I guess we can just say, go ahead and eat all the cookies and drink you want. And you have a little napkin, candy, we have more cookies. And does everybody know what this is? What is that? What is that? Not a cup. A teapot. Pot. It's a teapot. See, people that really like tea make tea in a teapot. Like most of you, I think, know that most moms and dads just take and dip it in their cup. And this is an original teapot. And you each have one on your table. And we have a lot more cookies. Drink it, eat. And then after you have to give it to your friends. You didn't hear any.
It stops. It's off.
You get called on it.
All the time. Yeah, what more? You said more than you did here. Anybody else? Yes, mine. We can't move here.
I forgot.
We'll let you go up here and pick your friend that you brought to the library and introduce him or her and say, what is toothbrush. Right overhead. Tell what the name of the friend is and where you got it from and anything about it. And you take it to bed if you do at night or what you do it. So you can stand. So you can, all right. How about standing here so we can stand here? Okay. That's good for you.
This is chrysanthemum, but I call it Christy because it's too hard to say chrysanthemum. And I got it from
Was it a gift? Did you get it as a gift for Christmas or birthday?
just an everyday.
Everyday gift. Okay. Well, thank you for bringing it. Okay. Next, who else on this list? Did you bring a friend?
I got it for Christmas.
Darling. Thank you. Real loud, because it won't go out. Amy? Okay. And what's your friend's name? Kelly. Okay. And who did you get Kelly from? You don't remember? Have you had Kelly for a long time? Did you take Kelly to bed with you? Oh, great.
Probably an orphan, that's why you don't remember it came from.
Okay, I like Kelly's little hair. You take care of that too? You wash it and set it? Yes. Your name is what? I can't hear you.
Megan.
Megan, okay.
And
You take him to bed with you every night? Okay, all right, thank you. London? Oh, wonderful. He's adorable. Yeah. Good. And what's your name? Kristen, okay. Kirsten, okay. You're funny. Did your sister bring anything? No. But you brought your sister, didn't you? Why did your sister come? Are you glad you came to the party?
What did you say? Wasn't it a birthday party?
Oh, what? Oh, how nice. Thank you. Well,
His name is Joey, and I got him from my friend Lorraine Cederholm, and I took him to college with me. And he sleeps aside of my bed.
thank you. I couldn't resist when I looked for fires up there. I just said, that fits room. Oh, good. And how about your sister? What's her friend's name? Did she take him to bed with her too?
Yeah.
He answered your Great. Okay, thank you. All right, then you want to go sit down there and
I made this dog because she has breeze in her hair and it's funny and I use it in this paper and when they call starts to make a great news and my favorite pet has 1068 because it's really spelled
she has 168 toys in her bed.
Does she sleep on the floor?
You sleep on the floor?
That's the bottom and then some on top of my bed and I'm also with under and top.
She's got some under her bed, on top of her bed. So how can anybody find her in the morning with all the days? Thank you. What about the next little gal? What's your name? Annie. And what's your animal's name?
Letting live.
Wow. You take her to bed at night with you? Thank you. We got one more elephant. Who does this belong to? I'm sorry, you too. Are you embarrassed? I think you did a wonderful job. I think he's adorable. He made that cat all by himself last week. Okay, last up, whoops, sorry about that. To go from my favorite little niece, and I call him Mr. Longley, and he sits on my porch all the time, all year. He sits on the chair to greet you when you come into my house. So I thank you one and all for bringing your friends, I don't think we do anything else. Oh, here, Mrs. Blackbird. Get over here. You're the one that, yes, I know her. She's on the camp. Come on.
Greetings, Kablamoids, and welcome to another Kablamalicious episode of Chronic Device. Use the knob.
Sauces down. And she also made these lovely napkins too. Took time to make napkins too. Do you have anything to offer? I have a book if you want to read the story. Mrs. Spider's Tea Party? No? Whatever. Would you like to hear about Mrs. Spider's Tea Party? Okay, I got the book there. I think you don't get it by the stand or anything. Mrs. Spider's Tea Party. Okay. Your favorite book? Good. Ooh, what's in there? Bugs. Do we have any bugs at our tea party today? No. One lonely spider sipped her tea while gazing at the skies. Everybody see? She watched the insects on the leaves and many flying by. If I had friends like these, she sighed, who'd stay a while with me? I'd sit them down on silken chairs and serve them cakes and tea. Two timid beetles, Ike and May, crept from the woodwork that same day, and when Miss Spider begged, please stay, they shrieked, oh no, and dashed away. 3 fireflies flew inside that night, their spirits high, their tails alight. They spied the web and squeaked in fear, we better get away from here. And the little trio did not feel they cared to be a spider's meal. 4 bumblebees buzzed outside. Please come to tea, Mrs. Spider cried. The 4 ignored her swaying there and waved a tea towel in the air. She took a cup and tapped the glass. Then one bee spoke to her at last. We would be fools to take our tea with anyone so spidery. Within the shadows of the room, just peeking from behind the broom, 5 brimming faces bobbed and peered. Miss Spider smiled. Her heart was cheered. Descending for a closer look, she danced into the gloomy nook, but sadly found those jolly mugs belonged, alas, to mother bugs. Some ants strode in. They numbered 6, but ants with spiders will not mix. She brewed them tea from hips of roses, and proud platoon turned up their noses. Spiders and ants do not mix. A fine bouquet concealed its prize of 7 dainty butterflies. Miss Spider, watching from the wall, was not aware of them at all. The tea table was set for 8, with saucers, cups, and silver plate. The cakes were fresh, the service clean, yet no one would arrive, it seemed. Her company no one demand, left her a cup for every hand. All the beautiful cups today, just like our tea party today. 9 spotted moths kept safe and warm in shelter from a thunderstorm. They stood beneath an open sash and watched the jagged lightning flash. Miss Spider dropped down on her bed, a silver tray above her head. She'd hoped to please them, but instead, they flew away in mortal dread. They didn't like it. They've left me all alone, she cried, and she dabbed her eyes and sadly sighed. way no bug will ever stay. Her tears splash down upon the tray. 10 tiny steaming cups of tea were perched atop her trembling knee. She sipped and sobbed and heard a cough and turned to see a small, wet moth. A fragile thing so soaked by rain, his wings too damp to fly again. She smiled and took a checkered cloth to cloak the frail and thankful moth. They talked and snacked on tea and pie until his tiny wings were dry. Then lifting him with tender care, she tossed him gently in the The moth told Ike, then Ike told May, who went from bug to say, there is no reason for alarm. She's never meant us any harm. So later on that afternoon, assembled in the dining room, 11 insects came to tea to share Miss Spider's courtesy. She wasn't going to eat them. 12 tender violets in a vase, presented to Miss Spider's place. Set by her chair so neatly spun, she munched the blossoms one by one. Her friends were glad to catch her feast upon the floral centerpiece. It was a great relief to see she ate just flowers and drank some tea. Miss Spider's reputation grew. Before long, our hostess knew each bug who crawled or hopped or flew, and all their lovely children too.